How do you treat a stranger? Do you assist them, or do you ignore them, or report them? It was 6 o'clock this morning, trash pickup day here in middle-class suburbs of San Diego. As I took the trash out, I noticed that what I thought was a woman with a baby carriage walking down on the other side of the street. No big deal. But by the third time she passed through my line of vision, I took a closer look. And while there was the baby stroller, there wasn't a baby in the stroller. It was recycled bottles. And looking closer at the person, it could have been a man or a woman. They had on a black jogging suit and a white cap, and then the hood pulled over their face so you couldn't really even see their facial features. So some alarm bells went off, and I just watched them. I stood there, and I'd done my trash duty, and I just stood at the curb. So the person, seeing that I was watching them, waited for probably about 10 minutes, and they watched the school buses pass, because I live right across from a high school, and they seemed to be intent in watching them. And then they walked down to a gated area. There's construction going on across the street, and they locked the gate, and it wouldn't open. So that put more alarm bells going off in my mind. So I ran into the house, got my cell phone and camera, and by the time I came back out, they were nowhere to be found. Well, wait a minute. They were. They had followed, evidently, a faculty member's car into the locked parking area, and they were walking towards the school itself. I thought about it for a minute, because I thought, well, this could be a homeless person who just needs a warm, sunshiny place to, get warm. Or it could be someone with ill intent. And I pondered that for a moment, but I have to tell you that since 9/11, my thought processes have changed. So I called the police. I let them know what information I had. Abby always has to be part of a video. Even if you can't see her, she's down here barking to play. And anyway, I called the police officers, told them what the situation was, and left it up to them. I would think that in the past, prior to 9/11, I would have crossed the street and asked that person if they wanted a cup of coffee. Or I would have tried to interact with them in some way to perhaps make their day a little bit brighter. A couple of things kept me from doing that. One is that I do have martial arts training, and I do know how to defend myself. And Abby, no, you're not part of the equation right now. No. Sorry. And I could have just gone over to the people and talked with them. However, with my current physical condition, all they would need to do is give me a push, and I could be put off balance. So that was one limiting factor. And the second limiting factor was just the lack of trust that I have for strangers today. It doesn't make sense, because I now have friends all over the globe with whom I interact on a daily basis. Yet I have a fear of walking across the street and connecting with someone that I don't know. Doesn't make much sense, does it? Or does it? I don't know. I've pondered it all day, and I can't come up with a conclusion. I need your help. How would you handle that situation? Would you call the police? Would you interact with a stranger? I'd love to know. please leave your comments below. Thanks. This is Dar. It's been good talking with you. I'm from AskDarlingNavis.com.